Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm gonna double check here, seeing if my live stream is started. All right, I think everything is good. I want to do a sound check though. Can I do this? Sound check. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Okay, that works. All right, let's get started. Same as before, disclaimer. This is a simulated account on Thinkorswim, not real money. Same reason as yesterday. Don't think today is going to be a good trading day. The price action looks like consolidation. I'll go through here to kind of show you what I'm talking about. Also, no particularly any high impact news today. Tomorrow there is CPI, so this is the day before CPI. No reason to go in too hard. So looking at the Nasdaq micros here, I have the daily chart. You can see we're consolidating. We're slowly climbing up, but pretty much just consolidation right now. So we are in a consolidation market. Looking at the last few days, you can see we have this high, we poked above it and then came right back. Right here, we took the buy side here as well, and here we took the buy side. So multiple times we've taken the buy side without coming and sweeping the sell side liquidity below any lows. So we could have some retracement. Now I am keeping my eye on this daily SIBI. This daily SIBI, I think if we get up into that, we could be due for some retracement. And if we go for sell side liquidity, we have all these lows here. And this, remember, this is a weekly fair value gap. So I think if we hit this daily SIBI, we can come back down for this weekly BISI. But right now, just consolidating. Let's go ahead and jump down to a 4-hour. And on the 4-hour, not really seeing much. The range is getting tighter and tighter. This has already been swept. And I think I could get rid of this, but we'll go down to the 1-hour. Yeah, let's go down to the 1-hour. So here on the 1-hour, you can see we swept the buy side. And then pretty much after a few hours, we went back down with this big displacement. Changed in the steady delivery, taking down all of these up candles. So if anything today, I'm looking to go short. We are currently working back in this 1-hour fair value gap. I will show you what I'm talking about. This big one right here in red. We are currently working in it. Let's see, the market's going to open in 3 minutes. And we do have this BISI down here, but I'm going to remove it. It's going to be a little distracting. Remember, the new week opening gap are these 2 yellow lines. This, I believe this was the first presented fair value gap yesterday. And let's drop down to a 15-minute. So it looks like we swept the buy side here as well, short-term buy side, but I don't really care. We're working in this fair value gap, and halfway is about here. We're consolidating in the lower half, which is okay. Sell side liquidity, if I zoom out a little bit, you can see we do have relative equal lows here. Okay, so this is going to be like the big target coming down. But short term, we do have this swing low here. This is like right in the middle of that new week opening gap. Okay, so market is kind of dropping, but this still looks pretty flat up here. You see like right here, it's pretty flat. So we could come and sweep these highs before dropping down. So I'm not too excited about like taking a trade here. Want to wait for 9:30, see exactly what 9:30 is going to do. And I guess we are going down below this swing low here, so I can go ahead and just mark this out real quick. And then let's go ahead and drop down to a 5 minutes. We'll go 5-minute one day, big time zoom. What the hell am I even saying? So we swept the sell side down here just a little bit, and we'll see if we can make one more pump for these buy side. So I'm looking for buy side up here. And then after that, after 9:30, maybe we'll get something after, you know. But also keep in mind that we did sweep above this high. This was at 6 o'clock. All right, so the market has opened. I'm not going to really drop down to a 1 minute today because we're in consolidation condition, no real news. I want to pretty much keep it on a 5-minute time frame. But if we do get a sweep here, maybe I'll drop down to a 1 minute. But right now, just being patient. Nothing is really going on. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be going for the buy side here. And once we get the buy side, we're going to work a little bit more in this fair value gap. Now let's go ahead and take a quick look at ES. You can see that ES already swept the buy side. So if we don't get it on Nasdaq, this could be SMT divergence. But I think more than likely we are going to go for the buy side. So since we had the sell side sweep here going back into this fair value gap, I think we could take this buy side. Okay, huge wick on the 5 minute, but only 9:31 or 9:32. Still got 3 more minutes, so just going to give it a little bit more time. If you go down to a 1 minute, you'll probably see one big green candle and then one big white candle. I guess I will be right back. All right, I am back. Man, this big wick here on the 5 minute. I'm thinking we may be putting in S&T divergence here. It looks like it's going to go for the sell side. Going down to a 1 minute, just taking a quick look. No fair value gaps right now. We could be creating one. Just going to go back up to the 5 minute and be a little bit more patient today. So this 5 minute candle finished, and I'm going to go ahead and mark out 50% of this wick. See if it uses it as resistance. Dropping down to a 1 minute. See if we're going to create this fair value gap. This could be our first presented fair value gap. Here. We did poke up into it. Is it going to hold up as resistance? That is the question. Looks like it may use it. Looks like we are looking like we may go above this first presented fair value gap. I'm going to tap into this 50% of the upper wick on the 5 minute. And are we going to go up for the buy side now? Or is it going to leave it as S&T divergence on the highs? I guess we could even adjust this to be the wick on the 1 minute here. You can see it's kind of tapping into that 50% on the 1 minute. If it comes down below this first presented fair value gap, that's going to tell me that we will want to go down lower, but there is a chance that we can go up higher for these relative equal highs here. So right now I'm just waiting. I wouldn't really want to be in the trade. Looks like we're going to go for the buy side. And let's go ahead and jump back onto the 5 minute. So I kind of want to see a sweep of the buy side here, and then we could start displacing lower, going for this swing low. And if we start going down a lot, which I don't really expect the day before CPI, we could go for the relative lows down here below this low. I'll go ahead and just mark this out. I want to mark out about 50% of this fair value gap, the 1 hour fair value gap. So here we have 50% of that fair value gap. See if we can just mainly keep the bodies on the 5-minute below in the lower half. If we start going above, let's say this high over here, if we close in this entire fair value gap on the 1 hour and we're working above it, we want to say use as inversion and push price up higher for this high and looking for that daily SIBI to get reached into. But day before CPI, I don't expect a lot of movement. We'll come back down into this 5-minute wick, this 50% here, and use it as support. We'll still want to keep an eye on this even though we've gone through it. Yeah, I think we'll take this out. Don't need to really be distracted with that. Looks like we're coming into this 50% here. Are we going to use it as support? Okay, tapping into it now. Looks like maybe going back for that first presented fair value gap. So let's go down to the 1 minute, take a look at how price is going to treat this first presented fair value gap here. Now I can see that we are potentially creating a fair value gap on the 1 minute. Now, if I want to take a short, I would love it if we can go back into here, maybe give me a confirmation. If I do want to, enter, I do have to have my stop up here. And my entry, I suppose it will be somewhere down here, right? So 8:45 to 79. It's going to be about 35 points of risk, although this candle is not done forming. This one move up here, but still about 30 points of risk or so. I'd really like to see a confirmation fair value gap though. Alright, so did create a fair value gap. We're going up, and we'll see if we get a confirmation fair value gap here. I'm gonna go ahead and try and take a short here. Just gonna mark it in. At my stop up here. $879.5. And then looking for this as my target. 804.5. Okay, so like I said, guys, this is not real money. It is paper trading. Look at the top left. It is a simulated trading account. This is not real money. I'm just paper trading. So do not follow my trades. This is not financial advice. This is purely entertainment only. We go ahead and drop back up to a 5 minute. You can see the 5 minutes is very choppy, even though the 1 minute looks kind of clean, but the 5 minutes is very choppy. And you know, when you see choppiness on the 5 minute, the 1 minute will tend to be choppy as well. Not really going to be breaking out this range. So that's why you want to keep a conservative target, right? You don't want to be aiming for this low right away. You want to aim for the what's it called, the low hanging fruit. So we are chopping around 50% of this wick here. I don't know if that's relevant or not, but we'll drop back down to a 1 minute. Just keep an eye on the 1 minute action. See, we did wick into it. I like seeing this wick here, but that's not necessarily a confirmation fair value gap. If we start going down below this first presented fair value gap, that would be nice to see if we use it as resistance to push us down for this right here. I got in and out at 850.5. Let me go ahead and mark it in. Okay, so this was my short entry, just so you guys kind of know where I'm at. Looks like a little bit better than 101 if this trade does work out, but I can always just get stopped down and work even higher. So I'm looking at this wick here at 50% of it. So from here to here, you see the body of the candles are stopping at it, but we are still wicking through it, which, you know, is indicative of a high resistance liquidity run day. You can see on the 5 minutes very choppy, so I expect the 1 minute to be very choppy as well. Definitely not a good day to be trading with real money. See if we see anything on the 4 minute. We'll just go through all of our time frames. Still very choppy. 3 minute. Still pretty much overlapping wicks. 2 minute. Not much. We do have this big fair value gap here. And we have a smaller fair value gap here. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this. Maybe you guys can see it clearer. We have a small 2 minute fair value gap here. So we could like go into that and use that as resistance to push us down lower. And of course the 1 minute is right here. So We'll be using this first percent fair value gap as support, and we may make another run for above this high. So just waiting to see if we can see a confirmation fair value gap here. Now we are going above this 50% of the wick here. So 50, and so this is about 30 points of risk. So I will be down 30 points if we do get stopped out. But you see this line, remember this was 50% of the 1 hour fair value gap. We're tapping into it. Maybe it'll keep us down. Maybe it'll play a role as resistance, who knows. But really you want to be waiting for a confirmation fair value gap here. And on the 5 minute, we're not even getting a fair value gap. On the 5 minute, it's still very, very choppy. So you can see we're going to 50% of this lower wick, and we're going to be using it as support. So I think we're going to get stopped out for this one. Should have just waited for a confirmation fair value gap, but I went ahead and just took a chance just in case we have, in case we're going to lower. But you can see on the 5 minute, it's very choppy, not very desirable trading conditions here. I think if we do, I think we're going to get stopped out, and I'm just going to stick on the 5 minute here and wait to see if we can get a 5 minute fair value gap. So it's going to be a while, guys. And there we go. I think we got stopped out there. I'll go ahead and close out this limit order before anything bad happens. So with this rally up, we may be going above this 1 hour fair value gap, and we may be creating a BISI. Even though the higher time frame, I guess we are going up higher, maybe reaching for this daily SIBI up here. I'm not exactly sure I want to be going long today. I guess I could try to aim for it. Going to a 1 hour here. It just looks like these relative lows want to get taken, right? Because this rally back up here took out buy side liquidity and pretty much immediately dropped down, creating this fair value gap. So I think this fair value gap should hold. It's just a matter of like timing it. And on the 5 minute, you can see we are not really going anywhere. It's pretty much just going sideways, just chopping around. So yeah, let me go ahead and get rid of these. I believe this was, but yeah, anyways, took a loss so far. We do have another shot for a short, but I think we're going to have to wait a little while longer, and may want to go down to 1 minute, see if we can get a confirmation fair value gap here. If we go down below this candle like we're kind of doing right now, we're getting a change in the state delivery. So I think if we create a fair value gap here, even though we didn't get confirmation just yet, we could try and take another shot with, let's say, our stop here above this quarter block. And we can enter somewhere, I don't know, we'll see where this, see if we get a fair value gap at all, first of all, right? So say it's right there from 64 to 88, that is going to be about 24 points of risk. But we'll see where it finishes off. This closure, it closed below the opening price of these up candles, so technically yes, you have a change in the state of delivery. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try taking a shot here. 864. We'll put in the limit order with our stop at 888.75. See if it can take us in. Just one contract. And again, looking for the target here at 804.5. I'll wait until to see if we get in first of all. So it is tapping into that first presented fair value gap again, so we could be using it as support going higher, but we already swept the buy side here and we've traded down below all these up candles, so that is technically a change in the state delivery. Going back up to a 5-minute, still very choppy. Not too great. And let's go ahead and do a projection here because we do have those relative equal lows. If we project from this high, assuming it's going to be the high of the day, then we have -1 all the way down here. See where -1.5 is. 1.5 is just below those relative equal lows, so that will be a good target if we use projections. So let's go ahead and take a shot. Let's see if we can get tapped in here. If not, if we take out this swing low before we enter in our trade, then I'll just go ahead and cancel it. Just a few ticks away from my entry. On the 2-minute, you can see we're working in the 2-minute fair value gap right now, but it doesn't necessarily have to get all right. But okay, there we are in. And once again, just remember guys, this is not real money, this is paper trading, simulated trading account in the top left here. So you know, the 2-minute actually looks pretty good. I think I'm just going to go ahead and stay on the 2-minute here. What I want to see is price go down below the first presented fair value gap. I want to see price take out basically all the sell side with these lows here and go for this swing low, which is in between the new week opening gap. just curious here. What if we measure 50% of this 2-minute fair value gap? Very close to my entry. So if we could start running away and just staying in the lower half, not filling in this fair value gap, that would be ideal. But I do have my stop all the way up here, so it could even come into 50% of this 2-minute wick. Okay, so filled in the fair value gap. I would have liked to see it unfilled to be like a breakaway gap, but oh well. As I said before, you know, not a good day to be trading. But price action should be very choppy, sideways action. Take a look at the 5-minute. Probably just going to see a bunch of barcodes here. Yeah, you can see very, very choppy here. I will mark out 50% of this whip on the 5-minute. Other than that, I don't really see anything worthy of note on the 5-minute. Go up a little bit higher on the 15. Yeah, it's a lot of wicks here. I feel like we're going down, but it's all a matter of timing it. And we're going to be heading for this swing low. This is the low-hanging fruit. We have a little bit of a fair value gap down here. It's also that new opening gap. And we could come down to the new wick opening gap and just hang around with it. If we do start pushing down, you know, below it very quickly, we could be going for the first percent fair value gap of yesterday, right here. And below that, we do have relative equal lows as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at ES real quick. Get rid of some of these drawings. Relevant. So on ES, I guess you can see the low here was swept before, so these will be the relative equal lows. We're working in this big civvy on the 1 hour. And we swept the buy side here. This was the buy side at 8:30. Looking for price to drop down, take out the swing low down here. And I think for ES, I would target this one. This will be my ES target. Which lines up with the Nasdaq target here as well. So we could just take this and then just consolidate for the rest of the day. So definitely pretty important, I think, if this trade does start working, we just go ahead and take it off here. In fact, I forgot to put it in the order here, 804.5. Let me go ahead and put in my buy order. 804.5. So from 804.5, so that's about 60 points of profit. And the risk is, where was I? 64. So the risk is 24 points, risking 24 to get 60. So a little bit better than 2 to 1. If this works in my favor. All right, so it is a little bit after 10 o'clock right now, 10:05. Remember, this pink line up here is going to be that 5-minute wick. The upper wick on the 5-minute here, 50% of that is this pink line. We do have another 5-minute wick here. I guess I'll mark this well as well. Okay, and that is 50% of that. That one's a dotted line. Put on the 1 minute and see how it reacts to it. So it's tapping into it now. We'll see if we take out this high. I wouldn't want to see it, right? I really would not want to see price take out this high, but I don't want to be moving my stop because we could take out this high, go into 50% of that 5-minute wick, and then start heading lower. Right now, it looks like it's using this wick, so it's a good sign so far, but I want to see another fair value gap, right? We went back up into here. I want to see a confirmation fair value gap. If we do get that, I guess I could try to add and then move my stop down a little bit. I can move my stop above this high and or maybe even at the high of that confirmation fair value gap. But you can see how choppy it is. Like, look at the pre-market. It's very tight consolidation and now bigger consolidation. On the 5-minute, it just looks, it looks terrible, right? Like, if you really want to be, you really want to take a high probability trade today, probably shouldn't go down to 1 minute. Just stay on the 5-minute. Once we get a fair value gap on the 5-minute, maybe you can try to take it that. Because right now we still haven't had a fair value gap on the 5-minute since all the way back here at 7:45. That was like almost 2.5 hours ago. I would really like it to go below the first presented fair value gap, use it as an inversion. It held the support once and twice already. If we can go down and then use it as resistance, that will definitely be confirmation that we're going to head lower. We may head back into the first presented fair value gap of yesterday. So just keep in mind what that price level is. I'll just draw a quick little line here. That's about 781 or 782. Just remember, guys, this is paper trading, not real money. This is not financial advice. I'm currently short right now. I'm short one contract on the micros. Went back up above the swing high, tapped into that wick as well, the 5-minute wick, going back up to the 5-minute. You can see I'm using this one. It's like the longest wick in this grouping here. We can still go above this swing high and tap into 50% of this wick. So I'm not really looking for this to, you know, be my hardcore last line defense. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick on the 5-minute for now. Let's see if we can tap into this 50% of this wick. Will it use it as resistance, or are we going to just eat right through it? Yeah, still got 2.5 minutes on this 5-minute candle. Tapping into 50% of that wick. Not there quite yet, but it's getting there. And while we let it do that, let's quickly take a look at ES here. It looks like ES is going to be taking out this high. You can see that it's already above 50% of this wick. Unless we're going to drop really low or create S&T here, which doesn't really look like it. It looks like it wants to go higher. So let's go back to NQ. This is the micros. And it is tapping into that wick. So looking at the 1 hour, this is why I am short, because we swept the buy side here and we've had displacement to the downside, trading, having a change in the state of delivery below all this up movement here, and very indecisive candle on the 1 hour here. So you can see that a lot of choppiness in this area, but we may just consolidate and wait for the afternoon to move lower. And on the 1 hour, 1 hour target, I'm looking at these relative equal lows down here. This is also Monday's low and Tuesday's low. All right, so let's jump back into the 1 minute. Let's see how it's going to treat this fair value gap. Looks like it's using it as support. You can see 50% on that 5-minute wick. We are using it as support as well. So a lot of convergences telling us that we are going to be bullish. So this short may not work out. We may just get stopped out, but that's okay. It's just a paper trade. We're paper trading today because the market conditions is not very good. Pretty much, I think, if you haven't gotten a trade here, what you'll be wanting to look for if you're wanting to go short is you want to see a market structure shift here. We take out the swing high, and now if we can drop down with displacement below the swing low, that will give you a setup for a short. So there's still chances to add in. I may have been a little early with my trade, but we'll see what happens. If I do get stopped out, that's 2 losses on the day. I may just call it. Or I'll just jump up to the 5-minute and wait to see if there's any setup on the 5-minute. Okay, we are going above the opening price on this down candle. I just wicked above it, so but technically you could say that is a change in the state delivery. So I don't think this trade is going to work out. I think it will probably get stopped out, and I'll go up to a 5-minute and just keep watching. On the 5-minute, you see how choppy it is. We don't have a fair value gap, so you know, we don't see anything in the 5-minute. There's really no reason to jump down to a lower time frame on the 1-minute. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark this out with an orange line. That's going to be the change in the state delivery or a market structure shift. Okay, and then but I want to go ahead and just hop onto the 5-minute and just show you guys the terrible 5-minute trading condition here. And I'm going to remove this. Doesn't seem like it's going to be that relevant now that we've gone above it. Still keeping my eye on 50% of this wick on the 5-minute though. And here you can see that market structure shift is going to be the swing low. Even on the 5-minute, we do have a 5-minute swing low here. But so far, no fair value gaps. Potentially one. We could potentially be creating a fair value gap here. Right here. Very small. Right there. Very small, but potentially creating that. We still got about 2 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. We'll see if we can get that fair value gap or not. Touching 50% of this wick now, and we'll see how it reacts. Are we going to just eat right through it, or are we going to actually use it as resistance? Okay, so that 5-minute candle wicked into this 50% of this upper wick here. If we can start getting displacement down below all this up move on the 5-minute, that will be a good sign, and we could even add to our position if that's the case. But it needs to take out the swing low. I think taking out the swing low, I could bump my stop to the high right here, just a little bit. You know, not break even, but just reducing the risk by a little bit. Now, also keep in mind we do have a fair value gap here. This is the very first fair value gap on the 5-minute since the opening bell. So this could play a very important role in what we're going to be doing for the rest of the morning here. Even though it is a very small fair value gap, a fair value gap nonetheless. It did wick into it, so we could be using it as support to launch price higher. So Right now, no reason to move the stop loss, just keeping it up there. Okay, going back into this 5-minute fair value gap. Still got 3 minutes left on this candle. Kind of watching this 50% of this upper wick here. See, it's almost went into 50% of that. Very choppy, just kind of chopping around in this range. We're above the 5-minute fair value gap now. Okay, so 30 more seconds until this candle closes. If we close above this fair value gap, that is a sign that we may be pushing more bullish. We are creating the swing high here, so if this swing high gets created, I guess I can try and put my stop there a little bit lower, put it right here, because if this swing high gets taken, I think it's going to go and run this high. It's going to stop me out. If I reduce my risk, it's going to just reduce by 5 points. I mean, it's not big, but still, that's something you can go ahead and do. And we do put in that swing high. Well, let me go ahead and just move my stop down to 883.75. And we'll see where we go from here. So it's tapping into that 5-minute fair value gap again, and it looks like we may be going higher. Like I said, I got into the short a little bit too early. I like that 2 minutes. So let's go back down, take a look at the 2 minutes, see if there's anything to see. Yeah, nothing too much. I mean, this was a 5-minute fair value gap, but you can see on the 2 minute, much bigger fair value gap. This dotted line here is pretty much the low of the fair value gap. So if we get back below this purple dotted line, we could use the 2 minute fair value gap as inversion to drop down lower, but we definitely need some big displacement to the downside. And let's go to the 1 minute real quick, and then we're going to hop back up to the 5 minutes. So we are starting to go down. We're going to, looks like maybe take out the swing low one more time, but I'm not really convinced until we start going down below this low. This is going to be the change in the state of delivery and a market structure shift. Right now, we could just sweep this and then go up even higher. These series of down candles here, this is an order block, a bullish order block. See, it doesn't even take that, creating kind of like relative equal lows here. Although this candle still has 10 more seconds, so we'll see. And then I'm going to hop back up to a 5 minute. All right, so okay, so it went ahead and took out this low. Are we going to start going up above the swing high? If it does, I think it's going to go and stop me out. On a 1 minute, I guess you can try to put your stop loss here, right? Move it down a little bit more, but I'm going to go ahead and just hop back onto the 5 minute. I'm going to go ahead and just keep my stop loss where it is. It's very choppy, so it could just chop around for a little bit longer. The one thing I got going for me is after the 9:30 open, which was this right here, we opened and didn't really take any sell side, right? We went up for the buy side once, and then we went up even higher again. I guess we could go higher again, but we could also just be exhausted on the buy side, and we may be looking for a sell side. But either way, this is not a real money trade. This is paper trading. You can see on the top left here, it is a simulated trading account. So, like I said, guys, not good trading conditions today. We got day before CPI, not much news. I don't think the trading this week is going to get any exciting. It's not really going to be that great until after CPI tomorrow. Definitely will not be trading beforehand. All right, so CPI 8:30. Then after the CPI, give it like 30 minutes, you know, maybe even wait till 9:30 opening bell before you decide what to do. Even after that, you can wait till 10 o'clock. And then I think Thursday could be a better morning session than Wednesday morning. All right, so it looks like it's going to go for our stop. Did I move my stop down too quickly? I mean, it's a little premature. I mean, yes, you know, I could move it back up, but like I said, I think because we tapped into 50% of this wick, one time is good enough, but I guess we could tap into it one more time. Oh, I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it here. If I get stopped out, I think it's gonna go for this high. So this fair value gap looks like it's being supported. So I think I'm gonna get stopped out here, and then we may even go higher. We may take out this high, and then we'll see if we can get above this 1 hour fair value gap. If we get above the 1 hour fair value gap, then you know, we'll see. So here we go. We got stopped out. Going to go ahead and cancel my limit order. 2 strikes. Pretty much I am done. Maybe. 1 hour. So like I was saying, if we go above this 1 hour fair value gap, we could use it later on as support going for this high. I kind of want to see whether or not my original stop loss would have gotten hit or not. I could just be sweeping this high, and I may have moved my stop prematurely. If we start getting a confirmation fair value gap here, or if we start going through this low or going through this fair value gap, or even on the 5-minute, if we start getting a fair value gap, then any of those could be a potential entry, but would not be wanting to do this with real money today. So maybe one of my bad habits is showing. You know, maybe I moved the stop loss a little too quickly. If I just kept it up here, I wouldn't have been stopped out just yet. Maybe I would still get stopped out, but maybe I won't, you know. The whole reason I picked that stop loss in the first place, I believe it was on the 2-minute. No. I think it was the 1 minute. It was the high of this order block. That's why. And this is kind of the mean threshold. So just waiting here. Keeping an eye only on the 5-minute. If we don't start getting like a 5-minute civvy, I'm not going to be touching it. No need to go down to the 1 minute. So it's 10:30 now. I don't know how much longer I will want to stay here. You know, the price action is pretty much just going sideways. Nothing really exciting is happening. Trying to think of a rule for myself. Maybe like, you know, I should not be moving the stop loss until we see another shift in the market structure in my direction. Not sure. Kind of curious if how you guys are going to be moving your stop loss limit. Do you guys have a system where you move your stop loss? I mean, I kind of play off of intuition. I don't really have like a, you know, if this then that with managing my stop loss. Typically, I mean, besides, you know, once you take your first partial, then definitely move to break even. You know, that's the only like stop loss management I have right now. Alright, so I think I'm gonna stay until about 11 o'clock and then I'll dip out. If that, or if my initial stop loss gets hit, then I will call it a day then. But so far, you can see it's respecting 50% of this wick. We've wicked through it a couple of times, but all the bodies have stayed under it. In fact, remember this line is about 50% of that 1 hour fair value gap. all the bodies are kind of respecting this line as well. Okay, so we're tapping back into that 5-minute fair value gap. We're going to go through it and now maybe use it as inversion. Still got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds on this 5-minute candle. About 45 seconds left on this candle, and question is the body going to close above this fair value gap or is it going to close below? Alright, you see the body on this candle right here? The 5-minute candle is down here, it's respecting this 5-minute fair value gap. So if you drop down to a 1 minute, you could be looking for a long if we have a 1 minute fair value gap and see if we can go for this high here. But looking at the 5-minute, you know, it's still very much just choppy, up and down, not really going anywhere. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and stay on the 5-minute, see if we can get a fair value gap, and I'll be here for about 20 more minutes. So far, I can see that original initial stop right here probably might have worked out. We are going down below this 5-minute fair value gap now, going back into 50% of this wick. And yeah, if I just didn't move my stop, you know, that's one of my bad habits, is moving the stop too early. If I kept my stop at where it was at initially, and waited for like this market structure shift, that may have worked on that second trade. And then another option is going down below my entries. You can just get out break even. You know, if the trade is like not how you expected and you have a chance to get out break even, sometimes you can take it. You could just go ahead and just like, okay, I'm gonna get out break even, got a little lucky there, and then wait to see what develops. Once you get like a confirmation fair value gap or something like that afterwards, then that could be your signal to get in again. But today is like the day that really tests your patience and really tests your discipline on not pushing the button. You don't need to be trading every day. So the body right here, the 5-minute body, is respecting this fair value gap still, even though we wicked down a lot. We went down to 50% of this wick, and we looks like we're using it as support, coming back up above this down candle, and it looks like we may be going for a run up. So like I said, we could have dropped down to a 1 minute, look for a fair value gap. We got that one here. So if you want to go ahead and try and take this, you can go ahead and try for a long, but the reward's not really much, right? It's just pretty much this high, and then who knows how high it can go. Can it break out, or is it just going to take out this buy side before going down lower? Because remember, all this red here is a 1 hour fair value gap. But I suppose if you measure it out, your reward would be up here. Your risk, if you take this 1 minute fair value gap, would be down here. So taking this, you may get close to 2 to 1 if you can take it out 50% or so. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop back onto the 5 minute. Even though it looked like a pretty big rally on the 1 minute, you can see the 5 minute, we're still pretty much consolidating in this range. We're not really breaking out of the opening range here. That was a pretty big gap. I think maybe I just missed a tick or something and it went down here, but yeah, it went back into this fair value gap. This could work. The only concern is we have relative equal lows. It could be coming down for these equal lows. So if I was a scalper, maybe I would try for this, but it's not really a high profit to set up. There's really no reason to risk the money on that. Okay, and it looks like we may get stopped out on that original stop loss. If we do take out this high, I think I may just call it, guys. Okay, we went up above the swing high. Go back down to a 1 minute. So you can see that it went back into this 1 minute fair value gap to the, and then used that support to go to the upside, took out this high. And yeah, let's see, we took out the original stop loss, so yeah, did not really work, but I had the opportunity to get out break even if I had my stop all the way up there. It looks like we're going to be going up for this high now. But like I said, I don't really know how much higher it can go. This could be it after taking out that high, so the reward to risk really is just not there. But anyways, I hope you guys took something away from this live stream this morning. I did take 2 losses, but it was paper trading, not real money. The reason why I'm not paper trading is because I anticipated that we're going to have pretty bad price action this morning. Remember, you don't really want to be trading the day before really big news, and also there's not any news today either, so there's nothing really driving the market. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Come back again next time, and yeah, until I see you then, safe trading.